So now, when you go to thread your machine, I'm going to show you this part from the beginning. It's easier when you can actually see it being done. I probably should have done that with putting the thread on the bobbin too, but the good thing is that you can actually buy bobbins already threaded until you're more comfortable, which is what I do. I buy the black and white ones already threaded because I go through black and white thread the most. So this is this is not a bobbin that I threaded myself, and it was not threaded correctly. But I'm not going to say who threaded it because I don't want to embarrass them. But this was not threaded correctly. This is what I was talking about. What happens when you don't guide the bobbin. There's a lot more thread in the bottom than it is the top. And that is why you have to guide the thread up and down, so that it comes out even. Now this one does not have the same kind of guide on these metal ones that the plastic has. You just don't want to go past the circle. You want to fill this bobbin up. Hang on. It's blurry. Hang on. You want to fill this bobbin up to right about there in the circle. About halfway through the circle. So that's the way. There's plenty of distance there. And you want to make sure it's nice and even. That can take time to learn to do too. Otherwise, every now and then you're going to be stopping because it's messed up. Okay, so then, to do your bobbin, you stick your bobbin, you got this kind of machine that you drop in a bobbin, and then you got my mom's kind of machine that is called a front loader. Give me a minute. Alright, then you got my mom's kind of machine. Hers is a front loader. I haven't used hers, so I don't know how to do hers. Hers slides out. Okay, some of these, they pop down. Some of them, the whole thing comes out. You gotta kind of figure it out as you go. So, with the front loader, you gotta have one of these things. I don't want to take it out because she's actually sewing. Okay, so, and the bobbin goes inside there. Bobbin goes in there, okay? And then you stick that on there, like that, and it clicks. You gotta make sure that little arm clicks in the gap there. Okay, and then you're going to, hers is easier. You drop this down in there like this manually by hand. The needle is going to go down in there and grab a piece of thread out of it and bring the thread up. Okay? On my machine, it does not pull that thread out by itself. I have to do it manually. Okay? So on my machine, you have to manually pull this thread. So we drop this down in there. We bring that around like that. Did you see that? Let's do it again. So you have the string after you drop in there, and it's like, what do I do with all this string right here? Okay, well, you take the string right around through that piece right there, and there it is. Now you just leave it there, okay? Now you come over here, and you turn this, and you're going to make your needle. Oh, I gotta thread the needle first. Make sure your needle's threaded. Hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm distracted. The dog's whining to come back in. The cat's meowing at me. So I'm a little bit distracted. Okay. So. And we thread the needle, pull it through, take that piece back there to the back, like that. I showed you that earlier, went through all that, how, you know, okay. And then, now you turn your thing manually. Just gonna drop your needle down. See that? And then you're gonna notice the string coming out the side. When that string comes out the side, it comes all the way around to grab that other string. Okay, now it's gonna grab it. It's going back in there. And then you pull that string and it's gonna pull it through. Okay? Now, we looked in there. Can you see it's kind of blurry? Yeah, I'm on it. Okay. Still very blurry. Okay, you're gonna notice a hoop. I take these scissors. So hard doing this by looking through the thing. You see this hoop? I pulled it out. It got bigger as I pulled it out. Okay. Keep pulling it out. You see the bobbins turning. Now the end of the threads. Whoops. Stay back there. Come off of my thing. Leave me alone. Stay over there. Okay. Both of them are back there. Okay. Both of them are straight back there. And you put your thing back on. And you're ready to sew. So just re-examine real quick. Thread. Thread. Comes up across the top of the machine. Up across the top of the machine. Goes around there. Between this thing is your guide. Comes back out on this side. That's your, that little switch is your guide. Comes down. Comes around. Comes up this little thing right there. Comes up. Goes across. Back down. Then goes through. This part right there. Comes back down. Goes through around there. Down. You thread it through the needle. Down. And back. Make sense? Okay, good. So that's how you thread your machine. Now you are ready to start sewing. What you're going to do, let me put this away, is you're going to take a scrap piece of fabric. Find one you don't mind wasting. If you've already been sewing, we use pieces we've cut off of other materials to test our machine and make sure it's working when it hasn't been working, like it broke on me yesterday. And we had to do all kinds of things and reset the setting to a straight stitch and try to figure out which one was a straight stitch because I don't have a manual for this, so we had to go through all of the stitches. And the width of the stitches, and yeah, that was fun until we got a straight stitch. So then after you get that done, oops, I dropped it. You put it in your machine. These are your guides for how much you're going to, if you only want to sew this much, if you want to sew that much, if you want it in that far, if you want it in that far, if you want it in that far, you want it in that far. And this machine will allow 2 feet. I only have 2 feet and 2 needles, and I only have the one of each. But if I had 2, that would be the guide for over there, and that would be the guide for over there. And yeah, fun. So anyway, so then you drop your foot down, because it won't move without your foot being down. Your foot holds it to these pieces down here, which works together to secure and pull your fabric through, so you don't have to pull your fabric through. Okay? So you put that there, put your foot down, and you're going to practice for a while with a little piece of fabric to make sure you can get a straight stitch. And you're going to keep going just over and over and over until you get really comfortable with your machine. You're going to try different speeds. You're going to go really fast. You're going to go really slow. And you're going to do your best to keep it straight. And you want to try this with different fabrics too. Some fabrics are very stretchy, and it does not take much to get stretched this way or that way, which can also make your stitch not straight. It means your stitch will go this way and that way, and that can cause problems later on with things that you're sewing. And I can't get into all the different things right now that it'll cause problems with, but you want to sew straight down the line, and you need to practice and learn how to do that. To get you a nice piece of scrap fabric and do that. And that's pretty much it. You're ready to start sewing.